So the company sent me 4 models to check out. Now I have checked this company out one other time at Blade Show Atlanta. They had a table there, and we actually purchased one of their knives from Atlanta. So since then, you know, I kind of forgot about them, and then I wound up seeing them on the internet somewhere, and I said, man, these actually look pretty cool. So I reached out to them and, you know, said, hey, you know, we'd love to check out some more of your knives. They remembered us, and here we are. So let's check them out. Now I do gotta say, I'm actually very impressed with these knives, thoroughly impressed with some of these models. Now they all do come with extra hardware and a tool to take them apart, which is really cool. This first one has a Wharncliffe blade in M390 steel, crossbar lock with a titanium body. We have real carbon fiber, and I can tell this is real carbon fiber because it's machined right there and I can see the layers, so that's really cool. Titanium milled pocket clip that worked good in and out of the pocket. Titanium backspacer that acts as a lanyard tube. And the detent is really good on this, which is where a lot of companies basically drop the ball, is with their crossbar locks and detents. They've actually tuned this pretty well. You can see that it's a nice strong detent. I like seeing that. Yeah, nice strong detent. The hole is, you know, it's got like this little edge around the side. Not really sharp, but it does give you a spot to kind of land your finger when launching it. Very ergonomic. This is a super functional blade shape, so you know, basically for just about any type of cutting, this thing is going to work super good. Crossbar locks do offer nice strong lockup, and you know, they're very strong just period as a lock, so that's really cool. All in all, man, yeah, very, very cool. Let's check out the next one. Now the next one, I've actually, I can tell that this company must be doing work with a couple other companies that I've seen, because I've seen this lock before. Basically, there's a button right here on the pivot, and there's a, what's it called? A leaf spring that goes over here to a liner, and it pulls the liner in when you push it. So when you release it, it locks it up. You can see right there. That is a very cool way to do a lock bar, and fantastic detent. This thing has a superb detent. Especially with this little minimal flipper tab and minimal, look at that front flipper. That is such a cool front flipper, and it works super good. Like surprisingly good. You look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't know if that thing's gonna work good, but holy cow, does it work good. So perfect detent for both deployments, perfect texturing on both flipper tabs, and it just works, man. Super snappy. It is an M390 drop point blade with a bead blasted finish. Beautiful blade shape. Again, very functional. I can tell this pocket clip was on a knife that I actually just checked out, I think today, yeah. The X-Tau, which I didn't even know, you know, about these guys until, you know, that they must be working with them. Either one's building one or, you know, whatever, but it's the same exact clip that was on that knife, and you can see a little tritium can go in there. The clip works great in and out of the pocket, nice and smooth, no problems with that. Nice back spacer with a lanyard pin. You can see it's got a reversible clip with the window. Yeah, this is very, very cool. Not only innovative, but, you know, not only innovative and different, but also well done, very well done. Let's check out the next one. Now the next one, you know, this one's my least favorite, and only, well, a couple reasons. One, I'm not a big fan of Persians. This is somewhat like a clip point buoy or a harpooned Persian. I'm not a big fan of trailing points, basically. You know, it has a trailing point, and I prefer lower tips. Now, you can definitely use the tip still, and this is definitely going to be good for skinning and self-defense, and it'll slice just fine, but the next thing is the detent's light on this one. So very light detent. Now I can easily flip it, so it's not that I can't flip it. And I think the reason why it has a lighter detent is because they didn't put a steel lock bar insert in. So it's just titanium on hardened steel. I'm not sure what steel this is. I'll put it up on the screen. I think it's M390, but it could be S35VN. But the clip, beautiful clip. Great placement. Everything about it, man. I love the look of it. Great tension. The backspacer is a lanyard pin again. the action, I can tell with a stronger detent, this thing would be phenomenal. Like it snaps out there even with a light detent, but it is a light detent. So the carbon fiber, or sorry, the show side has a bolster in titanium, obviously, because it is a titanium frame lock. And then it has this shred carbon fiber with the copper flakes in it. And then you can see the titanium shining through, the blue titanium in some of the spots. I think that looks really cool. This shred polished carbon fiber is very attractive. So yeah, all in all, cool knife, very comfortable. You know, the sharpening tool and plunge grind could definitely be better, but that's just nitpicking. The one thing I'm worried about is, you know, the detent could be stronger. But other than that, man, everything else is top notch. Now the last one, and probably the best one, arguably, I don't know. The second one was really good too. This guy. This is, this thing has such a crazy good detent. The flipper tab, it looks like it's low, but my goodness, is it snappy. This thing has a phenomenal detent. It cranks out there. And then it has a nice sound. Not sure if it'll come over the mic, but it does have a little bit of a ting sound. The reverse flick is equally as good. Thumb flick, super good. Nice, strong detent, man. M390, modified sheep's foot, worn cliffish blade. Super functional blade shape. That's all I'm going to say. This is a highly functional blade shape. We'll go to the handle and we'll talk more about the blade shape. Titanium frame lock, and then you can see we can put tritium inserts in here, and then it has Damascus inlays, 3 of them, and a Damascus pivot collar on both sides. That's awesome. TA hardware all the way around, and like I said, it does come with extra hardware and a tool. The clip, you can put a tritium insert in there as well. Access to the lock bars, beautifully well done. It does have a steel lock bar insert in this one, and the lockup, rock solid lockup, very, very solid, stupid smooth. I haven't oiled this either. This is super duper smooth. So ergonomics, extremely well done. You can choke up to really bear down, but this is super comfortable back here. Doesn't matter. It's super comfortable in basically every grip. Now, the blade shape. This blade shape is one of the most functional blade shapes. One, it has this nice pokey tip, so utility cuts, basically opening anything or anything you need to do with the tip is going to be high level performance. Then the edge doesn't taper very much. It tapers a little bit, but it doesn't have a huge taper. So basically that makes it where it's almost like using a straight edge, where you're not going to slip out of your cuts. So you can do elongated cuts without the fear of slipping out of the cut, whether you're going to pull a strap or break down cardboard or whatever. Love the sound of this thing, man. On the close, it sounds like 2 glass marbles hitting. Yeah, they tuned the detent perfect on this. I wouldn't want it stronger or lighter. It is absolutely perfect. Yeah, like I said, man, it's not that I was like thinking that I was going to be underwhelmed or anything like that. I just didn't even have an expectation, you know, but there's some companies that look really cool, and then I get them and I'm like, you know, they look cool, but in practice, they're not the best, right? These are actually really, really good. Like I said, I'm very impressed with these. And, you know, the price is not too crazy on them. This one's a little bit up there, but, you know, you can see the Damascus and stuff. It's like 300, and then the rest of these are like 200. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but you could check the links. I'll try to link what I can down in the description. But anyways, like I said, man, the build quality, the materials, and I seen an HRC test on some of their M390 from one model, and I only know it was their model because of the clip thing, like I was saying, that, you know, I had a knife with this exact same clip. And that M390 tested at 60.5 HRC and 60.8 HRC. So very close to 61 HRC, which, you know, considering everything, I'm not mad at that. That's not too bad. Optimal is 62, but you know, being at 61, you know, we see companies that are pricing knives a lot more than that aren't hitting 61. So not that they hit 61, but they were very close to it. So maybe I need to check out more tests. I don't know if that was an anomaly or if that's standard practice, but either way though, they're doing a pretty damn good job and the designs are cool. So like I said, I will try to do whatever I can to link what I can down in the description. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.